Hey everybody, Caleb Rothe here, joined with Mark Thurston, and we're going to talk about getting prepared for WGI World Championships. In this video, we're going to talk about a couple little tips that we have for you to make your World Championships experience the best possible. Mark, would you mind kicking this one off for us?
Sure. I'm going to give you the first tip. It's going to be managing your day. Okay. Make sure you have your schedule planned out. If you're going to rehearse, don't play in the sun all day. We've seen so many kids come in fried from the sun and really not perform all that great. And make sure you enjoy the event. There's so much great stuff to see.
Yeah, the next tip that I have for you is if you can, plan to bring your students into the performance venue well before your performance time. This helps them kind of get familiar with the venue a little bit, ground themselves, maybe get over a little bit of the the wow factor. You don't want the first time that they're seeing the building to be when that curtain opens. So if you can get them in ahead of time, maybe see a couple of performances earlier in the day, that'd be a great thing to do.
Another one I always tell, especially the first year groups that come to Dayton, is don't get spooked behind the curtain because everyone behind the curtain sounds like the best ensemble you've ever heard. And just remember that you're going to sound like that too to the next group coming out.
Yeah, great advice. All right. And the last one that we have for you is just to make sure everybody that is with your group knows the game plan. So you want to make sure that you're communicating really effectively with everyone, and that you've given out all the information. Review this each day. You want to make sure everybody knows things like the logistical schedule timing. When do we arrive at the venue? When are we supposed to start unloading? What warm-up zone are we going to be in? When can we start playing? Those kinds of things. Make sure everybody knows that. Make sure everybody knows entry and exit procedures. How are we getting on and off the floor? Who's doing what? Who's making what calls in terms of when we cue the T&P judge and how we're going to troubleshoot if we run into issues. Make sure everybody with your program is familiar with the venue flow, that they review those diagrams. You know how you're getting into the building, where you're exiting the building, how you're moving around the different performance venues that we have. And lastly, make sure that you review with everybody things like staff seating locations and sound engineer seating locations, and really who's going to be where, who's going to sit in those sound engineer seats, who's going to be, if you're in UD Arena, in the up top staff seats, who's going to be in the down low ones. Come up with the plan ahead of time and make sure everybody knows those plans. So that's performers, it's staff members, it's also parent helpers, volunteers, directors, things like that with your group. All right, I think that's it. Mark, anything else?
Hey, be great because that's the one thing you do control.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, we hope you have an absolutely fantastic WGI World Championships experience. This one is poised to be one for the record books, and we look forward to seeing you in Dayton, Ohio.